What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we have an in-depth data-driven review of Team of the Year Frenkie de Jong. Alright, guys, so here we are taking a look at Team of the Year Frenkie de Jong. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. Just a excuse me, a phenomenal looking card. I've played 188 games with him already this year. Stats are just out of this world. Really, really good. I play him with a Hawk, actually, just to give him that little bit of attacking boost. Boosting that pace, shooting, and physical. He's just a great, great card. So we are going to be taking a look at his in-depth stats as well as some game highlights. So I do just want to mention this is going to be a preview of the squad we're going to be using for this weekend league. Player of the Month Courtois is going to go into this spot. It's an all-La Liga team. You'll see I bought Valverde for 910,000 coins. That's a lot of money. But De Jong is the centerpiece of this team, and he is the focus of today's review. So we're going to jump into some highlights, and then we'll jump into our data analysis. Alright, guys, so here we are with the highlights. De Jong actually misses a finish there. Gets saved, but then he punches it in. I've said this once, and I'll say it in every video he comes up in. He's the best midfielder I've used this year. I really want to buy Kevin De Bruyne, Team of the Year Kevin De Bruyne, because I think he might be just as good. But look at that header from a corner. Who does that? Nobody heads in corners in this year's game. Frenkie de Jong does. That's who. Okay, he's great in the air, despite only being, I believe, 5'11". Right through the goalkeeper's hands there, puts the ball in the back of the net. Receives this ball really nicely on the weaker left foot, puts that past the keeper. He does only have 3-star weak foot, but you can't tell there. Doing his job finishing balls. He is the most aggressive of my attacking midfield, or of my midfield. Definitely the most aggressive, definitely the most attacking. Look at this chance. On the left foot, smashes it at the goal on the volley. Just such a cool chance that you can't not take it, right? And it's just always rising there, and then the keeper actually palms it over. It might have went in anyway, or it might have went in if he didn't get a piece of it. Really cool shot there. Also nice to get on the end of this. Good reactions, good attack positioning, and he is able to put that shot away. There were a lot of it's just he's always in the right place at the right time. He's always making an interception. He's always making a tackle. You'll see when we go through the data just how good he is. This is his deciding penalty. Puts it right in the corner despite not having amazing penalty stats. Is able to step up and slot that right in the corner. Fairly unsavable. He's always making these forward runs as well. Look at that. Made a nice forward run. Didn't quite put that as much near post as it could have been. But again, that left foot can let you down at times, which is why I wanted to include that clip. But look at his dribbling there to make space, find an assist to Salah, who just pokes it against the bar. And this is the creme de la creme of De Jong's clips. Look at that volley on the left foot. Hit with absolute power, ferocity, takes it right out of the air. Beautiful. We are going to get into the data analysis now, and we'll take a look at Frenkie de Jong. All right, guys, so here we are in the data comparison stage, or data analysis stage, really. Again, De Jong won a lot of games. I played a lot of the same games with a lot of the same players you've seen on the channel recently. Really high average ratings for the most part. A lot of games over 8. Played CM the entire time, so no need to keep in mind different positions. This little stretch was not as good, but you'll see there it was mostly rage quits here, 2 rage quits. And in 15 minutes and 20 minutes, that actually really brings this average rating down. I don't calculate average rating by minutes played, so maybe I could weight it that way, but anyway, still led to an average rating of over 8 for a midfielder. That's quite good, I believe. Only 2 goals across the time I was tracking. You saw he scored more. I was getting highlights from different games. So he is a midfielder that can push forward and score. So that's definitely important to keep in mind. He does average about a goal every 4 games, which is really good. I'd be happy with that. An assist, he actually gets about 0.7 assists every game, which is a little bit better than 2 assists every 3 games. So he definitely contributes on the offensive end quite well. His key passes are just a little bit better than his assists, so he actually had a pretty good conversion ratio. He did have 1 key dribble across the 10 games that I did track. Now, in terms of shots, he has about 2 shots every 3 games, and the vast majority of those are on target at 83.33%. That's a really high target percentage, which means he's only taking really good shots, which is important to note. He does attempt 18 passes per game, completing about 14 of them. That's quite a lot, but being part of the midfield, you expect him to be a focal point in the passing game. Now, I'm not thrilled with his passing percentage. 77% is not as good as I'd like it to be, but it's made up for by a 90.16 dribbling percentage success rate. 13 dribbles, about 14.5 per game. 13 of those are successful. He's a great dribbler, and that really shows in that statistic there. Finally, he does get the ball back for you 1.66 times per game through a tackle, and over 1 time a game through interceptions. So nearly 3 times a game he's winning the ball back for you, and that is an absolutely crucial part of what it means to be a box-to-box midfielder, which is generally how I use him. He did play 760 minutes, so all of these are calculated based on using that minute total. He is 3-star, 4-star with the skill moves outranking the weak foot there. An interesting point is that he is medium high, yet he does get forward quite a bit. And I like that about him. His offensive stats are really, really good, so I like that he pushes forward. I actually got him for, I'm checking now, 1.84. He's fluctuated a lot, being as low as I think 1.6, but right now as I'm recording this, the day before the video comes out, so right around the time this video goes live, he is 1.95 million. If he goes over 2, I'd think about selling him, but who else am I gonna get? It's like, at this point, I'd be selling him just so I could use different players, not so I could use better players, if you know what I mean. No traits to speak about, so nothing to do there. But I do just want to pinpoint his highest rated game with an 8.9. Didn't even include a goal. Just had an assist, 2 key passes, but his ratios were really good, and he did have 3 tackles completed, so that's interesting. Defensively, this was a really, really good game. Got the ball back for us 7 times. Winning the ball back 7 times in the course of a game from one player is definitely something that is really, really important. And I think his rating would have been better if that passing rating was better in that game. But I love Frenkie de Jong. I love using the card. I think he's a fantastic card. And like I said, I'm not sure there's too many cards that are actually better than this Team of the Year Frenkie de Jong card. If you have 2 million coins, you're not going to be able to spend 2 million coins and get a better card, in my opinion. I think he's great. I think he performs really, really well. You'll see as we start coming out with more central midfielders how he compares. We will be getting into that starting next week. Federico Valverde is one player we are going to be comparing to de Jong. His review will be out next week, so be on the lookout for that. I got to play all my weekend league games with him this weekend. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this de Jong review. If it helped you at all, please consider subscribing to the channel or leaving a like on this video. If you've watched it all the way through, stick around for another few seconds to check out the end screen. It'll recommend another video for you, as well as show you my latest upload. You can subscribe there as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That's going to be it for me for today, though, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.